mga buhay! Kamusta? I have some good news for you. DepEd Region 4A Calabarzon is very lucky to be chosen as the recipient of Queensland University of Technology and Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade of their program entitled Developing Lighthouse Region for Inclusive Education, Facilitators Training. It's a month-long training that aims to develop DepEd Regions 4A Calabarzon as a lighthouse region on inclusive education. The focus is to broaden the participants' understanding of a range of services, strategies, and providers to facilitate equitable access to education for children and youth with disabilities. Lighthouse is a source of light that guides the ship in its journey to reach its destination. Region 4A's Lighthouse will serve as a generator of wisdom, knowledge, and good practices of inclusion that other regions will emulate. 15 representatives were chosen after a series of rigid screening. Since Region 4A will serve as the lighthouse of inclusive education in our country, the course convener, Sir Nelson Salangsang of QUT, with the help of the group's lead person, Dr. Manuela Tolentino, SDS of Dasmariñas City, made sure that the entire region is well represented. The 15 fellows are as follows: Ms. Nancy Pascual from the Central Office, Ms. Fe Enguero from the Regional Office. Representatives from Cavite are Dr. Manuela Tolentino, SDS of Dasmariñas, together with Ms. Eulalia Marquez, PSDS, Ms. Vicky Ramos, Public School Principal, Ms. Sherilly Tablizo, SPET1, and Ms. Claudine Samson, Teacher 1. Other representatives from Cavite are Ms. Annie Caraan, SPET2, and Mr. Christian Degano of Cavite Province, and Ms. Adora Del Mundo, Education Program Supervisor of Imus City. Laguna has two representatives, namely Dr. Daisy Miranda, ASDS of Santa Rosa City, and Ms. Ruth Camacho, Education Program Supervisor of Laguna Province. Cynthia Asuncion de Luna, Education Program Supervisor, SGOD of Lipa City Division, represents the province of Batangas. Ms. Maribeth de Dios, Education Program Supervisor of the Rizal Province, and Dr. Rowella Capirino, Education Program Supervisor from Lucena City, represents the province of Quezon. They are the 15 lucky fellows who are proud members of the Calabarzon's Lighthouse of Inclusive Education in the Philippines. Each will emanate light that will make sure the lighthouse shine more brightly for all learners with special educational needs. Our vision: DepEd Region 4A Calabarzon as the lighthouse of inclusive education in the Philippines. Our mission: to provide quality basic education that is equitably accessible to all through the implementation of authentic inclusive education that welcomes diversity to lay the foundation for barrier-free environment for lifelong learning. The goals: promote universal participation by enhancing educational opportunity for all learners. Address the barriers by providing conducive, child-friendly, and appropriate facilities for all types of learners. Provide learners equal access to appropriate and relevant equipment, facilities, learning sources, and information. And inclusive education by building inclusive culture, implementing inclusive policies, and involving inclusive practices. Achieve relevant policy support for effective governance, strategies, and mechanisms. The objectives: to accommodate and nurture all types of learners in school, group according to their chronological age. To establish culture-sensitive, gender-fair, safe and suitable learning environment imbued with respect. To establish referral system for medical and allied medical services appropriate to the needs of the learners. To utilize Index for Inclusion to promote relevant and responsive inclusive curriculum through multiple means of presentation, expression, and engagement with equitable assessment. to involve all stakeholders in the implementation of inclusive education through continuous advocacy, collaboration, communication, and coordination. Project CMI, popularly known as Count Me In, a journey to inclusive education, is a response to the region's vision of becoming the lighthouse of inclusive education in the Philippines. It is not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate our differences. What is inclusion? Inclusion focuses on diversity, access, participation, and belongingness. Inclusion has high expectations, learner focus, flexible curriculum, pedagogy, and fair assessment, language, ethnicity, perspective, experiences, nationality, culture, skills, interest, gender, physical skills, sexual orientation, and age, to name a few. Inclusion is a journey, a culture, a philosophy. Inclusion is acceptance. It is all about commitment. It involves all learners in a local community. No rejections, no exceptions. Learners should have equal rights to access the cultural valued curriculum as full-time members of age-appropriate regular classroom. Inclusive education gives emphasis on diversity rather than assimilation. Above all, it is about philosophy of acceptance where everybody is valued and treated with respect. Inclusive education is everybody's business. How is this to be done? The answer is within us. Remember that inclusion starts with I.